Hello and welcome to the program. This edition of Newsroom series covering Nigeria's Northeast. I am Bukola Koka. First, the top story. A fire incident at the Masaka market located in Karu local government area of Nasarawa State has left many traders counting their losses. The fire, which started at about 10 p.m. last night, according to eyewitnesses, has left many of the traders devastated. As at the time of filing this report, there was no presence of fire service officials to contain the fire, as a portion of the market is still burning. The last time a fire incident affected the market was in 2019. Traders at the market are calling on the government to intervene. A similar incident occurred at the Lafia Modern Market in the state capital earlier this month, where fire destroyed shops at the tailoring section. Governor Inuwa Yahaya of Gombe State has signed 2 bills into law at the State Executive Council chamber. The twin bills are the Gombe State Year 2025 Appropriation Budget and People with Disability Protection Bill, which have all been signed into law by the governor. As contained in the appropriation bill passed by the Gombe State House of Assembly and signed into law by Governor Inuwa Yahaya, a total sum of 369 billion naira will be spent in 2025, even as the establishment of Gombe Disability Commission becomes one of the immediate benefits of signing the People with Disability Protection Bill into law. Governor Inuwa Yahaya walks into the chamber as members of the State Executive Council, legislators and representatives of people with disability receive him. They are here to witness the signing of 2 important bills. One that officially gives the green light to spending plans for 2025, and the other to protect persons living with disability. First, Governor Yahaya signs off on Gombe State's 369 billion naira budget of commitment and resilience.
I want to thank the Honorable House for taking this time and for doing this wonderful job within a very limited period from the 19th until now. It's just about a month plus. And within it, you've scrutinized the budget and passed it and brought it for my assent today. I want to thank the Honorable House for cooperating and supporting the government ever since we came into office, but more specifically for this one, which you've done and which you have shown the spirit of camaraderie and also the goodwill and the support of this government.
Next is the Gombe State People with Disability Protection Bill. After this, he announces the setting up of a commission to cater to people with special needs and appoints its pioneer executive secretary.
I want to assure you that we shall pick from within your own people that will manage, this commission and cooperate with us to deliver on your basic needs. Above all, I want to thank each and every citizen of Gombe State for the cooperation and support this government has been getting over the years, and to pledge to you our commitment, to see to the fact that all that we promise to the people that are basically committed to serving people will be done and will be done efficiently and effectively.
For the community of persons with special needs, these special lifelines will be better education, skill acquisition, and economic empowerment for them.
The governor personally told us that he's going to assent to the bill, he is going to implement the bill. And as God have it, last year he called us personally that he's going to send the bill to the House of Assembly, which he did, and he supported the House through Commissioner of Justice. And today we are witnessing the assent of the bill and also the appointment of the head of the commission, which we will never forget for the history of Disability Committee in Gombe State, because the bill consists of so many things that will transform the lives of ordinary persons with disability in Gombe State.
For the Commissioner for Women Affairs and Social Welfare, this new law and commission will take care of many other issues and open the doors to donor agencies.
You've heard, Northeast Gombe State has been chosen for the World Bank to support in the implementation of this commission and activities that is involved. So most of their activities will be funded by donor agencies. That is another advantage. So it's relief to the state government that most of the burden will not be shouldered only by the state government but those international partners. They are coming in to help us.
The state government is optimistic that the two bills will bring improved welfare to over 4 million residents of Gombe State in the next 365 days and beyond. The Bauchi State Governor, Mr. Bala Mohammed, has signed the 2025 appropriation bill of over 460 billion naira into law. Governor Mohammed emphasizes that his projects will focus on infrastructure to develop the economy with equal attention paid to human capital development. He also signed into law a bill for water management. Our correspondent, Hajara Aliu, now reports.
The Speaker of the Bauchi State House of Assembly, alongside other members, presents the 2025 appropriation bill to Governor Bala Mohammed for his assent. The Assembly increased the bill by about 2 billion naira, bringing it to over 460 billion naira to support the development needs of the state. Governor Bala Mohammed formally signs the bill into law.
As we move forward into the task ahead in the implementation of the budget for the next fiscal year, we are more than ever before committed to continuously invest in the development of the critical infrastructure needed to grow our economy. We will also pay a greater attention to develop the human capital resources of the state through the prioritization of education, healthcare delivery, and provision of key social services.
In addition, Governor Mohammed also signs the Bauchi State Water User Association Law, which establishes a framework for the management and sustainable use of water resources.
Access to clean and safe water is crucial for the well-being of our residents, and this law will empower local communities to participate in water management, fostering a sense of ownership and responsibility.
Immediately after the signing, a swearing-in ceremony is held for the newly appointed secretary to the state government and the principal private secretary to the governor.
We assure you, Your Excellency, that we would uphold the trust that you have given us. Your Excellency, we would do the best that we can to justify the confidence that you have reposed in us.
The appointment of the new SSG comes just 2 weeks after the resignation of the former SSG. Hajara Aliyu, Channels Television News.
The Yobe State Governor, May Malabuni, has sought support for improved revenue generation as well as advancement of basic education for the development of the state. Governor Buni disclosed this during the swearing-in of the newly appointed Executive Chairman of the State Universal Basic Education Board and the Executive Chairman, State Internal Revenue Service, which held at the Government House in Damaturu.
Officials of Yobe State Government, traditional rulers, head of security agencies as well as well-wishers converge in this hall to witness the swearing-in of the newly appointed chairman of boards. Umar Hassan Babayu takes oath of office as the executive chairman, State Universal Basic Education Board. While Suleiman Bukura takes oath as the executive chairman, State Internal Revenue Services.
To the newly sworn-in board chairman, you are appointed based on merit. You should therefore bring your wealth of experience to bear to add value in your respective organizations and the government of Yobe State in general. The Chairman Board of Internal Revenue is expected to work towards improving revenue generation, block all leakages and ensure remittance of all revenues collected into the government coffers to fund government projects and programs.
Appointees thank the governor for the privilege to serve and pledge to improve basic education in the state.
First and foremost, all appreciation goes to the Almighty Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for making it possible for His Excellency, the Executive Governor of Yobe State, to consider me worthy of this appointment, considering the strategic nature of the office and the tasks involved there. I really appreciate, and I want to reassure His Excellency, the Executive Governor, that I'll put in my best, I'll really dedicate myself and ensure that I would deliver on the responsibilities bestowed on me.
Governor Buni also presents 50 million naira check to 500 returnees affected by the Boko Haram insurgency who were trained in different skills to boost their businesses. The beneficiaries were trained in soap production, detergents, charcoal production, shoemaking, among others.
And staying with Yobe, the government says it has made significant strides in healthcare provision at the primary, secondary and tertiary levels in the last few years. The State Commissioner for Health, Dr. Lawan Gana, disclosed this in Damaturu at the end of the year review meeting and award presentation to some outstanding staff of the State University Teaching Hospital in Damaturu. According to him, Yobe State has now become a healthcare hub, with its agencies receiving different forms of excellence awards across the country.
The Yobe State government has made significant progress in healthcare infrastructure, employment of health workers, procurement of equipment, drug supply, and enrollment of thousands into its contributory healthcare scheme. Those in the state's healthcare sector believe that these gains would have been impossible without the commitment of the Mai Mala Buni administration and healthcare workers. With this in mind, the management and staff of the Yobe State University Teaching Hospital, Damaturu, are reviewing its performance for the year 2024 and rewarding staff who have excelled in their fields of specialization.
Thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for making us witness the end of the year.
The Chief Medical Director of the hospital reveals that over 360 staff were either employed or deployed.
In the last 12 months, more than 360 personnel were employed in this hospital through the office of the head of service, cutting across different cadres of healthcare professionals as well as support staff. This wouldn't have been possible despite the galloping inflation and everything. His Excellency was able to do that.
There's relief for kidney patients as government announces an upward review of the allocation for free dialysis from 5 million to 30 million naira monthly.
The free dialysis machine, the monthly standing payment has been reviewed to 30 million naira per month for free dialysis of our citizens who are living with chronic kidney failure. And that wouldn't have been possible without, his concern for the teeming population of the state. We know that, we started something like with 5 million, but the number of patients, have been increasing by the day. At the same time, inflation is galloping. So there is no way you will be able to, cope with the cost. So that has really helped a lot of our patients who are living with CKD.
Governor Mai Mala Buni is represented by the Commissioner for Health, Dr. Lawan Gana, who says the state is making significant progress in healthcare coverage.
It is very evident that both domestically and even nationally, the progress in the healthcare system of Yobe State is actually well marked. You recall that Yobe State, during the 2024 Primary Healthcare Leadership Challenge Fund, Yobe State government came out to be the best performing in the Northeast Zone. In addition to that, Yobe State Drugs and Medical Consumables Management Agency also received numerous awards during the 2024 review meeting they had in Lagos. So with all these, and then of course, looking at the indices, according to the Demographic and Health Survey, you find that the indices of Yobe are actually at an upward trajectory compared to the 2018 Demographic and Health Survey.
About 50 staff of the State University Teaching Hospital from different departments are awarded with plaques, certificates of performance, and cash to show that hard work pays.
And still to come on the program, the President, Nigeria Army Officers' Wives Association, pledges commitment to improving the welfare of the less privileged. We have details of this story and more coming your way after the break. Join us again. Welcome back. The President, Nigeria Army Officers' Wives Association, is pledging its commitment towards improving the welfare of the less privileged and senior citizens in Taraba State. At an event organized in Jalingo, the state capital, to bring hope and relief to the displaced families and the less privileged, the association assures of building bridges of support to the families of the fallen heroes and support government in implementing some of its policies on humanitarian services. The Nigerian Army in Taraba State also organized a Christmas carol to appreciate God for sparing the lives of its personnel.
Members of the Nigeria Army Officers' Wives Association arrive at the Government Day Secondary School, Shawiya in Jalingo, Taraba State, to give hope to 300 less privileged and internally displaced persons. President of the association, represented by the zonal coordinator of the 6th Brigade, Rachel Uwa, says the outreach is aimed at alleviating the struggles faced by the residents occasioned by the economic challenges.
This outreach program is a reflection of NAOA's core values encapsulated in our motto, unity and charity. It represents our collective commitment to fostering hope, compassion and unity, particularly during this festive season. Today, we have come to express our solidarity and to extend a hand of support to the courageous individuals and families within this internally displaced persons camp in Shawiya Primary School, Abuja Phase 1, Jalingo, Taraba State. The provision of food items and relief materials to 300 residents here is more than an act of kindness. It is a reaffirmation of our dedication to ensuring that no one feels forgotten or alone. We recognize the resilience and strength you demonstrate in the face of adversity, and it is our hope that this gesture brings you comfort and a renewed sense of hope.
The beneficiaries, who are visibly elated, say they had given up on spending plans for this season and are appreciative of the good food and essential relief materials brought by NAOA.
I want to really thank the Nigeria Army Wives Association for their help and cooperation to the needies. They help us. We are even praying God that God should add more years in their service, that God should help them in every area of their life.
We are very glad. Since 20-something years ago, this program has been anchoring. But here we are lucky in this community. We have them in this state for the very first time. So I'm very happy and I'm very excited. I'm overwhelmed.
In light of some of the latest security threats already identified in the Northwest, the brigade commander says the Nigeria Army is resolute in tackling insecurity and ensuring success in all the brigade's operational engagements.
I am not unmindful of the challenges that many are contending with today, but we have remained resolute to jointly tackle the menace. Some great countries in the world today had at one time or the other passed through hard times in order to be strong. Our collectiveness, both in words and action, and loyalty to our dear country will go a long way in ameliorating some of the societal challenges we face today.
The brigade is also promising effective collaboration with sister security agencies to nip pockets of insecurity in the state in the bud.
Civil society organizations, journalists and academics from the Northeast have been trained on approaches to countering the Boko Haram insurgency, aside the conventional kinetic approach by the Nigerian military. The three-day workshop organized by the Northeast Development Commission in Maiduguri, the Borno state capital, exposed participants to non-kinetic approaches in fighting insurgency and other forms of insecurity in the northeastern part of the country.
The Northeast region has faced the worst form of insecurity in the past decade and a half, with thousands of lives lost to insurgency. While the military engaged the insurgents on the front lines, approaches outside the conventional kinetic warfare are also being explored to achieve some peace and security in the region. Though significant progress has been recorded in the Northeast, dialogue with community stakeholders and relevant governments and non-governmental agencies are being explored to cement the peace and stability being enjoyed. One of those meetings was held in Maiduguri, the Borno state capital, put together by the Northeast Development Commission.
In December 2022, we brought together almost same number of journalists, but this time strictly journalists. Drawn from the NUJ and then the Reportorial Co. And they were put through the nitty-gritty on conflict-sensitive reporting. This 2024 workshop and training seeks to equip the media representatives and the CSOs with the knowledge, skills, and strategies necessary to promote non-kinetic approaches to counter insurgency, foster peace building, and promote social cohesion in Nigeria's Northeast region.
The 3-day workshop, attended by civil society organizations, journalists, and academics from the Northeast, gave them the opportunity to engage in training sessions, panel discussions, group practicals, and presentations.
The training is designed to equip you with tools, strategies, and ethical insights to navigate the evolving media landscape and address the unique challenges of reporting in this part of the country. Your role is indispensable, not just in documenting stories, but in illuminating truths that inspire action, hope, and resilience. Together, we aim to harness this potential to enhance professionalism and maximize impact.
Non-kinetic approaches, which focus on dialogue, community engagement, and strategic communication, are vital for addressing the root causes of conflict. Journalists and the civil society members play a pivotal role in the process of shaping narratives, fostering understanding, and promoting solutions that go beyond military intervention. The President assures the NEDC of the media steadfast partnership and collaboration, particularly in our shared goal of ending insurgency that have profoundly affected the Northeast. Together, we can harness the power of informed journalism and active civil society engagement to build sustainable peace and resilience in our community.
Several speakers from the academia, civil society organizations, and government agencies made presentations with constructive deductions on countering the Boko Haram narrative and restoring permanent peace to the Northeast.
And to politics now, the All Progressives Congress has set up a committee to reconcile aggrieved party members in Adamawa State. The committee, led by a former senator for Adamawa North, Mr. Mohammed Mana, met with members of the party's executives and other stakeholders at the state headquarters of the party in Yola, the state capital. The chairman of the committee stresses the importance of reconciliation for the party's growth, describing the APC as a grassroots party poised to reclaim power from the People's Democratic Party in the state.
APC is strong and is party to beat in Adamawa State. We want to make sure that all our members are assured of their tenure, are assured that those who contest election will win again in 2027. And whatever little differences we have, that is as a result of the previous primaries and general election, are buried, and that we resume our normal relationship for the success of the party. And that we owe it a duty to President Tinubu that Adamawa State, a critical APC state, that we reposition the state so that we vote for him again in 2027 and vote for all the others who are who are on seat and others that may contest the election.
And that sums it up on the program today. Thank you so much for watching. We'll be back again next week for another round of editions. I am Bukola Koka. Bye for now.